Hi guys, Sarah Pacaro. Today I just wanted to bring up the topic of memories in regards to healing from childhood emotional neglect or from narcissistic abuse. People who've experienced childhood emotional neglect often easily, unfortunately, find themselves in emotionally unavailable and narcissistic relationships, relationships that are of high conflict, are of confusion, of chaos, of worry, of stress, of struggle. And that is because of memory. Memory has poor vision. So that line, memory has poor vision, what does it really mean? What do you mean when you say memory has poor vision? I don't get it. Well, if you think about it, that's oftentimes why it can feel really, really difficult to heal because you're talking about something that's in the past. You're talking about a memory. And if that memory has poor vision, what poor vision means, obviously, is you can't see very well. You can't see very clearly. So if that memory has poor vision and you're talking about it and its effects on you today, why you have anxiety, why you have symptoms of sadness or depression or anger, why you're so angry all the time, why you can't seem to make things work or ever calm down, or whatever is going on today. And you're trying to connect it to an experience from the past to figure out why, and you're looking at a particular memory. The thing is, when you experience childhood emotional neglect and you look back on your past, you see all of the things that you did have. You see that your parents or your caregivers were there, did provide for you the things that you needed physically, right? They put a roof over your head, they put food on the table, they were there physically, but emotionally, mentally, unavailable, not there, checked out, just so out of tune with you and where you were at. So your memories, maybe from your past, were that you had a really good childhood or that your parents were there and you had everything that you wanted. You had everything that you needed. You didn't go without. So your memories have poor vision because you see that you had everything that you needed, but the feeling that you had what you needed to be supported, to feel encouraged, to feel safe, to feel loved is very different because that memory's got poor vision and it's not showing the complete picture of really what you experience, those things that you experience that are impacting, affecting, and influencing you and your relationships and your decision today. And that's because memory has poor vision. So sometimes you can't remember any of your past or your upbringing. That's the category that I find myself in. I hardly remember anything from my upbringing, and there was a lot of emotional neglect, and my parents both did the best they could with what they had and what they were going through, both in their relationships with themselves and in their relationship with each other. So I don't have very many vivid memories of my past or my upbringing or even past relationships. I can remember that I was in a relationship or that I was there, but I really don't remember it at all. And that's because memory has poor vision. I'm not able to see clearly what happened. And that happens with so many people who experienced childhood emotional neglect or found themselves in emotionally abusive and toxic relationships. And that also happens because that toxic person lied to you. So you knew the truth and you knew what you experienced, but they were lying to you and you were gaslit. You were trying to see things from their perspective and from their experience because you loved that person. You had invested in that person a lot of time, a lot of emotion, a lot of energy. And you, of course, wanted it to work out for the best. You wanted it to work out well. No one wants to have a relationship end and be left in pain. So if they're lying to you, they're gaslighting you, they're manipulating you, the picture from your perspective, but you also take into consideration and play their perspective, and theirs was lies. And so your mind gets really confused and very distorted. And so that vision of that memory from the past can feel one way and seem a different way. And you struggle and are in that space of conflict with knowing which one is it? Which one was it? Was it my experience of the truth, or was it what they said happened? Because maybe it was. Why would this person lie to me? Why would they have any reason to lie to me? So when you're in that type of relationship with someone who's highly manipulative, who's gaslighting you, who's emotionally abusing you, who likes for you and needs for you to be in that state of constant confusion, then your memory of those past experiences are going to have really poor vision. You're not going to be able to see them clearly. They may be there, but they may seem fuzzy, they may seem distorted. And you may seem just really conflicted on what actually happened. So that's what's behind the line and the saying memory has poor vision. It's like you were there, or this certain, these elements took place, these things happened, but the rest you're kind of confused about, right? Because we can't be everywhere at once. And so we're taking other people's interpretations and perceptions of the story, mixing them with ours to try and identify and connect with the truth, to try and figure it out. Right. And so, if we're basing all of our emotional healing on past memories, you can see why it feels like it will take forever. But the good news is, you don't have to have crystal clear, vivid images of these past memories in order to heal the present pain from them. If that were the case, none of us would ever get better or improve because of the things I just explained. What happens, however, in your unconscious mind, you develop beliefs about yourself, and then you begin to live your life through the lens of those beliefs about yourself. Maybe from those memories from the past that are now blurry and distorted, and the vision of them is off. You now believe you're unworthy of a good relationship. You're undeserving of a healthy relationship. Your parents didn't give you the love that you wanted and needed growing up, but they provided for you physically, but emotionally there was nothing there, and you can't figure that out. Why would they do that, right? Parents are supposed to love their children. They're supposed to keep them safe and protect them, and have them feel and know that they're loved and support them and all these things. You didn't receive that. You may find yourself entering into relationships that also have those same elements. You may find in your adult relationships, the partners you choose have the same qualities. They're toxic, they're emotionally unavailable, they're narcissistic. And you may wonder, why would anyone want to be in a relationship with a narcissist? No one wants to be in a relationship with a narcissist, but you find yourself in a relationship with a narcissist because of those missing pieces, because of those blurred visions of the memories from the past, because of the beliefs that you developed about yourself, because of those unconscious beliefs that you're not good enough, that you will never be good enough, that you are unworthy and undeserving of having stable, healthy, connected relationships, supportive relationships, emotional support. And so you begin to play out the same patterns from those past blurred memories, because memory has poor vision. And so if it seems hazy and confusing from the past, you may find that your present seems hazy and confusing. And that's the link with childhood emotional neglect and narcissistic relationships or toxic relationships. You had specific and particular needs met, and so you justify staying, because when you're a child and you're growing up, you're forced to stay. You can't just up and say, I don't like this family, I'm leaving, I'm going to get another one, see ya. It doesn't work that way. And because you were forced to stay, you also develop these beliefs about yourself, that you're helpless, that you're dependent on someone who treats you that way, and feel that you're never going to be able to get out, and that you're stuck. You feel helpless, you feel hopeless, you believe that you're helpless and hopeless, because your deepest dream, desire, hopes, and wishes were always to have it be different. And by staying, being forced to stay in that, you tried to fix it. You tried to change that circumstance, the situation, those people, and how they treated you, and tried to change the way you feel inside. But when you're raised in that environment, you're unable to. But you don't know that. You don't know that you can't fix or change anybody else. You can't stop them from treating you the way that they're treating you, but you try and you give it your greatest and best effort. And because those beliefs and patterns are installed and established in your mind, you find yourself as an adult repeating those same patterns and cycles until you get to that place where not just the situation changes, but the beliefs that you have about yourself change. That you can't, and it's not your job to, and you have no more interest in trying to change or fix other people to have them give you what you need, and realize I do deserve love. I do deserve respect. I do deserve happiness. And all of that starts from within me and comes from me. And I give it to myself. And then I magnetically and energetically allow and attract other people in their lives who also give it to themselves first. Those are the types of relationships I call in and bring in and keep in my life. I'm no longer interested in the relationships from those blurred memories from the past, because memory has poor vision. So when you get to that internal place of unconscious healing, shifting, reprogramming, that's where everything changes. And you no longer are living on a hope or a dream or a wish or some unanswered prayer that you're now angry about because you so mad at spirit or source or universe or God or whatever it is that you connect with, and saying, you're not giving me this, it's your fault, right? Because your memories are always skewed, sometimes you don't want to believe that they were as painful as they were. And so you think back on them and you may tell yourself, you know what, actually, I don't really think it was all that bad. They were right. I was overreacting. So if that is where you're at and you're still stuck in this internal chaos in your mind, and your mind just feels like it's just clouded and just skewed, and you don't know which way is up anymore, you experience brain fog, and then it keeps you up at night because you're trying to figure this all out, trying to put all these pieces together, and you're thinking back on things from the past, these memories, and realizing I have no idea. And you feel completely stuck in your life, and you feel completely stuck in the types of relationships that you have, first and foremost with yourself and then with others. And you're ready to clear and remove and release all that and let all of that go. Then I would love to connect with you. I'd love to talk to you about possibly working together to clear that out if we're a good fit to work together. There's so much clarity when you really connect and align with your truth, and you don't have to rely on blurred memories from the past in order to have clarity and calmness in your present. So again, realizing that memories have poor vision, and that you don't need to simply rely on those old memories from the past in order to have a different present and a better future. So please know that. Again, you can find more information in the description below this video when you're ready to take that next step along your journey to healing. And I look forward to connecting with you very, very soon. Until then, take care.